these are some of the few lessons that I have learned in my early 20s. This is a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm gonna be doing my makeup with you guys as I share with you some of the few lessons I have learned in my early 20s. So I am using my primer to prime my face. If you see me looking away, I'm looking at my mirror. The first lesson obviously which is very close to my heart, has to be, it doesn't matter what other people think. This one has been a really hard lesson for me to learn, I must say, especially in my teens, in my early 20s, because I have always had so many dreams ever since I was even young, even when I was younger. But I used to really care so much what other people would think, what my mom will think, what my dad will think, my siblings, my relatives. Like, I really cared so much what they would think or what they thought about me. I had always wanted to start a YouTube channel since way back in 2016, 2017, right there, but I hadn't even started because I really used to care so much what other people thought about me, what they will think about me starting a YouTube channel. I have always wanted to even write a book, to travel, like so many things that I've always wanted to do, but I used to really care so much about what other people will think about me. And there's a reason why I used to care so much what other people would think, and that's because anytime I would talk about what I wanted to do, for example, if I talk to someone about me starting my YouTube channel, I will get like really negative answers. People will just try to bring me down and make me feel like maybe I'm not even ready to start my YouTube channel, or maybe I don't have the right equipment to start filming. Generally, they will try to bring me down. And I have a few tips for you guys if you have such people in your life who will try to make you feel like you're not even ready to start doing something. And my first tip is to try and cut those people off. Try to get rid of those people, because anytime you try to bring up a conversation or you try to ask someone their opinion of what they think about you starting a YouTube channel or starting whatever business you want, or maybe you want to start a blog, or maybe you want to start a photography business, or you want to start a podcast. If you find like somebody is trying to bring you down by you mentioning those things, just know clearly like this person is trying to bring you down, trying to make you feel like you are inadequate, trying to make you feel like you are not ready to do some things. I'm using my lipstick as blush. Try to get rid of those people who are trying to constantly bring you down anytime you try to talk about your dreams or any other projects that you have in mind that you want to do. But my second tip is to just let them talk, and also don't take it personally, because most of the time all these negative comments or these talks that they're trying to use to bring you down, most of the time these talks just reflect like their own insecurities. You find like these people can't actually accomplish some of these things that you are trying to talk about. They are too scared to even start a YouTube channel or start a podcast or start a business, whatever it is that you want to do. You find like if somebody is constantly trying to bring you down, it's because they themselves are scared of just doing some bigger things like that. So just do what you want and just follow your dreams and ignore such people. So that's what I did for myself. Eventually I managed to start my own YouTube channel by just trying to ignore the negative talk from other people who are trying to bring me down. So I just went ahead and started my YouTube channel, and yeah, that's what I did. Right now I'm going in with my concealer as we're doing my makeup. The second lesson that I have learned in my early 20s is I have learned to say no. And I know I know this can be really hard, especially when you are young and you have people who you are depending on. You constantly want to try and please them. And let me ask you this question: when was the last time you felt like really overwhelmed? It was probably because you had like too much on your plate. And I understand the pressure, because when I was in my early 20s or when I was in my teens, like 2018, when I had finished high school, I used to have like so much pressure. I was like a people pleaser. I wanted to please my parents, my siblings, my relatives. I literally wanted to please like everyone, my friends, my colleagues at work. When I had at that time when I was working, like I had so much pressure to like really please like everyone, and I couldn't even like say no to things that I knew like were not even important to me, but I will just find myself going to some parties. Like looking back, I will go to some events, to family meetings, or to visit someone, and I was like, I was wasting so much of my time, and I could have just sat back and relaxed. This is why I like really learned how to say no, because at that time I had so much excuse me, I had so much on my plate. I had a job I needed to do, I had a relationship, I had family, like those are lots. So at some point I felt like I was really overwhelmed, and I was like, no, at this point I need to sit down and reflect on what is really important to me, and say no to the things that I feel like I can say no to. Generally, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to drink alcohol, especially when I was younger. You don't have to drink alcohol anytime that you go out. You can go out with your friends if you want to, but you don't need to drink alcohol. Like, you don't need to give in to the pressure of drinking alcohol just to fit in, or you don't have to go out anytime with your co-workers or your friends. Like, they invite you to go out somewhere and you like say yes. You don't need to do that, by the way. You don't need to, and you also don't need to please everybody. Just know that you have the permission to say no. You actually have the power to say no when you want to say no. Because I couldn't say no. My mom would call me and she would want me to go to her place and visit her, and at that time I'm out of work and I needed to rest, and I couldn't do that because I wanted to please my mother. So I would find myself, I will literally go, and at that point I'm really exhausted and I will need my rest, but I wouldn't do that because I wanted to please my mother. So that's one thing that I really had to learn the hard way, to like say no, not to please like everybody, no matter how much you meant to me or how much I cared about you. I really had to learn how to say no. So yeah, that's the second lesson that I have learned in my early 20s. The third lesson that I have learned in my early 20s is it's good to fail. Failure is such a scary word, and we often try to hide it from our friends and family or people we are close to, but you shouldn't be, because failure is a good thing. So when you fail at a personal project or at a professional project, what I usually do is I just take a break to clear my mind, and rather than doing the same thing, like doing the project, for example, if I was shooting a video and I felt like it didn't come out really nice, I'll just take a break and decide to do something fun, something which is more fun. I will maybe like go for a walk, or I will listen to some music until that moment like I feel ready again to go back and try to shoot the same video again. That's how I do it. And then I will try again. I'll shoot another video. I will find out what really caused this video to fail. Is it the poor lighting that I don't like? Is it my outfit? Is it my makeup? Like, that is what I will look back on, instead of focusing on how the video came out. And I will go back and I will find out what has worked. Like, say if my makeup was looking good that day and the lighting was bad, I will not give up on that. I will still go back and try again and shoot again until that moment I get it right. Sometimes it could be even like you like ended a relationship with someone. Maybe it's your boyfriend or your friends. Maybe you guys ended the relationship. You just need to think about what made you happy in that relationship and what didn't make you happy, and then you go back and sit down and reflect on the kind of relationship you want to have with the next person you're going to date, or the next friendship you're going to have, so that you have a better idea of what you need in a relationship. So you don't need to feel bad anytime you fail at something, because failure is a good thing, honestly. So by the way, I'm now doing my brows. and I'm using this pencil. It's a 2-in-1 brow pencil. It has this side, it has a concealer side, and it has the brow side. So this is how much I've been loving this pencil. It's becoming shorter and shorter every day. So as you can see, I've done my brows, and now I'm just going to use the concealer side to clean underneath. This is usually very fast and efficient, by the way. I love this pencil. That's why I keep like using it for my brows, especially on days that I don't want to wear like so much makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using this palette. This one is from Touch. So the fourth lesson I'm going to share with you guys that I have learned in my early 20s is communication is key for a successful relationship. Now I'm laughing because looking back, I used to be very poor at communication. I used to be one of those people who literally I wouldn't want to like talk about anything. Oh my goodness, in fact I gave my boyfriend a really hard time, and I remember we used to fight a lot. Because I used to be that person who doesn't know how even to communicate or express themselves, because growing up I never used to see that. I never had that. I never had a situation where people will communicate about anything. So it was really hard for me, and I gave my boyfriend a really hard time, honestly. But at some point my boyfriend had to talk to me and sit me down and explain to me like why communication is really, really important, and why I should be able to open up to him if something is wrong, if something is bothering me. I should be able to like say it, and also say it when I am not mad, because sometimes it can be very easy for you to communicate your feelings or your emotions to your partner, to your friend, in a very hostile way, or when you're mad, and that's not a healthy way to communicate about your emotions or how you're feeling. So generally, all I'm saying is you need to learn how to communicate with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or generally you just need to learn how to communicate with everybody, because even at your workplace you will find that some people will even try to get on your nerves, but you need to learn how to communicate how you feel about things that are happening in your relationship. And number one thing that is very, very important when it comes to communication is you should also learn how to listen. So I have also learned how to listen to my boyfriend, and anytime that I'm getting I get upset and I feel like I can no longer continue talking to him, I just get away from the situation first before saying stupid things, because when I get mad sometimes I can even say stupid things that I end up regret saying later. So I just rather move away from the situation first, get away from the situation, and then I'll come back and address it later once that I feel like I have cooled down. That's when I can be able to talk about it. Oh, it's so cute. This eyeshadow look is really, really cute. I need to repeat it. Yeah, so now I'm doing my lips. As I give you guys my fifth lesson that I have learned in my early 20s, and that is hard work always pays off. So first of all, you need to work really, really smart. You need to learn the steps to make it happen, whatever it is that you want to do. For example, if you want to lose weight, you need to learn about food and exercise. You need to learn about the kind of foods you need to avoid when you want to lose weight, the kind of foods you want to eat when you want to lose weight, the right exercises to do, and that kind of stuff. Also, if you want to advance in your career, of course, you need to gain new skills in whatever profession that you're doing or career that you're doing. And there are so many ways to learn. Thankfully, these days, with I'm looking for my palette. Damn. Yeah, sorry. I want to finish off with my face powder, which is here. So thankfully, there are so many things, so many ways you can learn. You can watch YouTube videos, or you can read articles, or you can read books, or you can also listen to podcasts, or you can even take classes. But There are so many different ways you can learn all these things. So once you have like acquired all the knowledge that you need to like make a plan with deadlines so that it can help you to push yourself and to stick to it till the end. If it doesn't work out, just know that it's okay. Like, you acquired the knowledge and you've also acquired the experience that will also make you more likely to succeed in whatever thing that you're trying the next time. You don't always have to give up in whatever you're doing. I'm gonna use the same lipstick I use as blush. But this is a DIY lipstick that I made for myself. I love the shade of pink, and I feel like my makeup is looking really good. My last lesson that I have for you guys is giving will always make you happier. Personally, I love giving my knowledge, I love giving my time, I love giving my smile to strangers, I love giving gifts to friends, to family, to even strangers, and it's always an awesome feeling. Honestly, if you have ever given anybody anything in your life, you know that feeling that you always get, especially when you see this person is happy, how appreciative they are. It's always such an awesome feeling. You should always give what you can wherever you can, and not only will people appreciate you and love you more, but it will also make you happier. These are some of the few lessons that I have learned in my early 20s. If you guys want a part 2, leave a comment down below, and if you loved this one, make sure to leave a like. And yeah, let me know some of the lessons you guys have also learned in your early 20s. I would really love to know. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.